Hey, Foil Giant. My name is Kaniak. I just read your comment here. Why wasn't anyone talking about using Bitcoin in real life? I'm new to Bitcoin, but it really seems like there's a need for e-money. Why aren't we spending Bitcoin? Maybe the Bcashers are onto something. I heard people bad-mouthing them the entire conference and went along with it, but I can't help but wonder if they know something we don't. These damn ICO pump and dumps all just felt like a big circle jerk. The crypto world is completely fucked. Well, I just had to make this video because you're just missing out on a lot. Um, we're not in 2013 anymore, and there's actually a lot more stuff that you can do with Bitcoin than you think you can. You're not hearing about it because you're living in these bubbles. Um, I post anything about using Bitcoin as currency, you're not gonna see it on here. It's that simple, and so you just don't know about it. You know you're part of this big circle jerk, and you have no idea what exists outside of it. If you go to like places where people really have problems with the currencies of their own countries, yeah, we won't find that. You know, there's people like this that are active in Venezuela, and there's a lot of people interested in using crypto as currency in places in South America where they have huge problems with their own currencies. Cryptocurrency is about getting rich and then kind of lying about it. And there's 670,000 people here, but we've left the boom cycle and we're going back into bust cycle, and we've been there before. We really were there in 2013. I can show you. This is not hard to understand. This is what happened once, and now it's happening again. We're gonna go down, probably below 5,000. I'd say probably below 2,000, and eventually we'll go up again. It's just that this period is gonna be in between, or maybe probably even longer. I'd say 5 years or something, maybe longer. So how long are all your guys gonna hold out? Because most people have bills to pay. You really think that the people that started selling here, or let's say the people that bought after this, that were starting to lose money, do you think that all of them held for 3 years from like 2013 until 2017? I don't think so. And I don't think that, we're going down, down, down. I don't think most of you are going to be able to just hold your cryptocurrency and not do anything with it for like 5 years or longer. Because what happened in between here was exchanges disappearing and people losing coins, or their hard drives crashing and people losing coins, or they forgetting about their passwords, or people losing coins, etc., 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 etc. Most people have no idea how to use the software. They don't use Bitcoin software. Maybe a little bit on their phone, but they're not doing much with it. They just have it on exchanges. I don't know, like, do you even know? I'm going to show you some stuff. Do you even know what I'm going to show you? Do you even know what you can do with this stuff already that you don't know about because you're living in a filter bubble and nobody's telling you about it? And if I try to tell you about it, it will not get on cryptocurrency. It will get downvoted by people that either believe that I'm a scammer, or by people that know that they are really scamming other people, and they have all these little bots, and they make sure that people like you will not see that stuff. Let me open my yours wallet, and I'm not shilling for yours, but and this is the wrong password, but I am excited about that website because it actually has a use case. You know, I don't know if you've ever given it any chance, but it might just be a tiny part of what you're looking for. Okay, we're synchronizing here. Oh, my internet connection is crapping out again. There we go. So, Bitcoin really needs to be used. And people need to experience using it. I can't say it any simpler. Everything on this website is basically in real time. I click here. Oh, my internet connection is really crapping out again. Why does this stuff always fail when you're making a video about it? Like, seriously. Why does it fail when you're making a video about it? I don't understand that. Don't understand it. There we go. It just didn't show up. So, when I gave this guy some money, if he had his wallet open, he would see it. And we're also like lucky that we got this confirmed really fast, I think. Or is this still unconfirmed? Let's see, what does it say? Yeah, is this not showing up? Yeah, it's already one confirmation. So we were lucky with our block times. But anyway, yeah, my internet disconnected again. Great. Yeah, I get upset too. I get upset that people don't think it's important enough to learn about what Bitcoin really is and what it was supposed to be like. You know, this is the white paper. It's not easy to understand, but it's possible if you put in the effort. The benefit of putting in the effort is that once you know what it is, you will also know what it's not. When you have that knowledge, you will not be able to get bamboozled anymore. People here are angry because they are getting bamboozled. If we type in consensus 2018, when we go to articles written by journalists that are not crypto journalists, this is a CNBC article. Crypto investors crazy for Lamborghinis. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't even have the money to buy any car right now. I have a feeling that of the 624 or 674,049 readers there are here, I don't think that most people have the money to buy a Lamborghini. And if they had the money to buy a Lamborghini, they would probably not buy a Lamborghini with it, but I don't know, probably pay off the mortgage of their house or something like that. So, why are you guys all on this website? Why are you on cryptocurrency? Because you're absolutely not going to hear anything about adoption. Absolutely not. You're not going to learn about purse.io. You won't. They're gonna say, oh, they accept Bitcoin Cash now, they're a scam. No, they're not. You know, use this website to buy stuff on Amazon through and save up to 15%. That's a use case. People like to save money. Okay, well, you gotta time it a little bit correctly. You don't if the exchange rate goes down 50% just after you buy your Bitcoin Cash, then you're not gonna save any money on it. But, you know, at least you can start using it. There's a lot. It's way better than it was in 2011, 2012. The software is more mature. The list is bigger. It's still super small, but you can actually do stuff with it. You can play around with it now. There is incredible encryption built into applications like that you can start playing around with. Do you even know about this stuff? I can take any address and I can do encrypt, decrypt message. This is the public key that is associated with this address. When you hash this twice, you get the address. You can't go from the address to the public key, but nonetheless, it's not a private key. It can go public and nothing will happen when people know this public key. So, now, if I send anybody this public key, they can use software like Electron Cash or Electrum if you're still using the other Bitcoin to write a message and encrypt it. Don't need to type in a password to write a message and encrypt it. Gets encrypted. However, if you want to go in a different route and you want to decrypt it, you have to enter your password. Because only the person that has the private key associated with this address, which would be me, can decrypt it. Now, if I would take the public key of another address and then I would encrypt that public key with this public key, I get this. And if you are the owner of this public key, you can get that public key to me encrypted. And I will be the only one that can decrypt it, and then I have your public key, and then I can send your messages, and the NSA cannot read them, and they don't like that. Now you're thinking, oh, look at this Caniac Bcash idiot. What the fuck is that guy talking about? Have you ever heard of pretty good privacy? We're calling it BGP is dead. But also, nobody uses this stuff because it's hard to figure out and most people don't have a reason to use it. So they don't learn about it. Users don't really get comfortable with software like this because they don't get in touch with it. They don't see it, they don't hear about it, they have zero experience. If half the planet would start actually using Bitcoin software, and you can use any Bitcoin software or Bitcoin Cash software or cryptocurrency that it's almost all the same. It's all just built from each other and copied here. It's all open source software, so anybody innovates in one direction and anybody can copy it into their software. That's what we want. That's why it's free open source software. We just want the stuff to work. We want the best stuff to win. It's not very hard. When people start using this software, they might get curious. They might be like, hey, if I right click on here, I can sign and verify messages. What is that about? I can decrypt messages. Imagine if we'd have 100 million people using this software on a daily basis because, people make transactions. People receive and send money on a daily basis. I do that, and I'm poor as fuck. And I still use money every single day because I live in the West. And even when you're poor here, you're very rich compared to some other nations in the world that might not even have a banking system. They might have internet access. And now all these people, they can all connect with one another through one large, big network. If we keep it one network, we can splinter it up into a million different cryptocurrencies, and none of them are currency. And if you post about them being currency, you won't get in the top. You just won't. And just look at this stuff. Like this is a multi-sub of a whole bunch of Reddits that have to do with crypto, and it's speculation. It's not supposed to be called cryptocurrency because basically that's a lie. It's supposed to be called crypto speculation. That would be more truthful. But there's no sub there called crypto speculation. Well, there is. Because I created it, I think. Did I? Oh no, this guy did. Yeah, but I didn't do anything with it. But anyways, what else can I say? You gotta read that white paper, man. And then, when you're through that, you can read all of Satoshi's quotes, his emails, and we don't want you to read his emails so you can worship the guy. We have no idea who he is, or she, or the group. Satoshi stands for the idea. And if you don't know what the idea is, then what are you even doing? Because people are getting upset. Because this has absolutely nothing to do with this. It just does not have anything to do. eCash. Bcash. Hey, I don't know. Maybe all of us shouldn't be so upset about the name Bcash. But you know why we get upset? Because language is important. And they're trying to hijack the name Bitcoin. And they've been successful. Can I use this technology on cryptocurrency? Can I tip this person? Is it going to work? There's a tip I made. I made a tip here. Wait a minute. Where is my tip that I made? I want to know if it shows up. See, that chain tip doesn't show up. And the tipper one also doesn't show up. And you know why that doesn't show up? Because cryptocurrency has banned it. They've banned these bots. They still work because there's smart people making these bots so you can actually, use cryptocurrency on Reddit, which I think is a pretty fucking great idea. And then it gets blocked. Why does it get blocked on our cryptocurrency? Why is that? doesn't get blocked on a lot of other websites. I don't know. I can go to Reddit and that looks pretty cool. Let's give this person some money. I don't know what his PayPal account is. I don't have his credit card number. I don't have his banking information. How am I going to solve that? I don't know. Maybe there's some smart guy that can write some technology or something like that, and then, we could just use it. Hey, we can just use it. Looks like somebody already made that. Put it on the internet for free. Looks like it's a great idea. So why not just use it? Type that in. Cool. Get a message back. Awesome. Alright, well, let's use it. It's not that hard. I can teach my mother how to do this. Basically just copy paste. Get $9 on there. It's all gonna work out great. I like to always put in a link, tag it, so that I will remember why the hell I again gave some of my Bitcoin Cash away instead of keeping it for myself. I don't believe in hodling. The current financial system is not the worst in the world. We've had worse. What is the problem is the growing income inequality, because people don't share. At least the very rich, or a lot of rich people, are not sharing with the other group of people. That's kind of the main big problem with it right now. You see that? See how freaking fast that was? See how cool that was? I don't know if this guy lied. Maybe he didn't make that. Next time I gotta do my research. I really don't give a fuck. But you can't do this on cryptocurrency. I mean, you can do it, but it doesn't show on cryptocurrency. Why doesn't it show on cryptocurrency? I'll tell you why it doesn't show on cryptocurrency. And I'll tell you why you guys are angry. You have every right to be angry. You guys are getting bamboozled by these people here. You are. You're totally getting bamboozled. Don't believe me? Hey, why don't you start your own project or make your own video or do anything that has to do with adoption, that has to do with using crypto as currency, and post it on cryptocurrency and see what happens. Because it's not going to make the top. It's not even going to show up that much. And you know why? Because that entire sub is bullshit. It's not bullshit because of the users. It's bullshit because of all the manipulation that's going on with it. It's bullshit because there's I don't know how many bots, and they make sure that whatever they want on top is on top and whatever they don't want at top is down at the bottom. Doesn't always work, but then they're being helped by this enormous group of people that for some reason has started to believe that Bitcoin was built bad. That basically Satoshi didn't know what he was doing, and that basically this cannot work until it gets successful, and then it becomes centralized. They're saying the more people start using this as money, the more people join in, the more centralized it becomes. That doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. It just does not. But they have all kinds of really good sounding arguments. And if you don't know what Bitcoin is, and if you don't know what Bitcoin is not, then you're going to get bamboozled. You're going to get bamboozled by a whole bunch of people that are smarter than you. And you know what these people have that you don't have anymore? Your money. And then you get upset. Here they are. These people are a bunch of assholes. And a bunch of hypocrites. You know why? Because post anything here about what they don't like. Well, it's not gonna get here. You want to tip somebody? I don't know. Do you know how this stuff works? Do you have software, Lightning Network software like this, where you just like, go to a website and install a program like what normal people do when they want to use software? Electrum, for instance, that's Electron. That's the same software as Electron Cache. Electron Cache is the fork of Electrum. Or I can just download it and install it. Very easy. Follow the instructions. Doesn't take very long. Oh. There we go. You want to continue. Yeah, hopefully my internet connection is not going to fail me. Let's install that shit. Alright, that's the dependencies. Now we're going to install this. I might be in the wrong directory. Oh well. I think some people know what the point of this is going to be, but like, this is an old ID, eh? This is an ID from 2008. We don't have to start over with the Lightning Network. We can work on that for another 10 years. And then they'll say, oh, sorry guys, we were wrong. That doesn't work either. Can you give us another 10 years? We'll build something new. Fuck off. Alright, well, let's see if Electrum is installed. There it is, Electrum Bitcoin Wallet. Well, what do you have? It works. Was that so hard? I can teach my grandmother how to do that. I'm pretty sure I could. I'll just go like grandma. You click here, and then you click there, and then you go right click, copy, and then you paste it in. If I just show her step to step how to install it. If she's on Windows, it's even easier. I'm pretty sure she already knows how to do that. And then she can start using the software. Looks like a great idea. I'll just tell her to make an account on yours or something like that. So you can start play around with it. But no. Bitcoin doesn't work. It was built bad. It doesn't work. It's gonna get centralized. And centralized systems are shit. For instance, central heating is a total scam. Did you know that? Central heating in your house is a total scam. It's centralized. It should be decentralized. Let's build decentralized heating in our house. Let's build heating that is decentralized, so the heating is not actually in the house, but the heating is outside of the house because it's decentralized, and decentralization is better because we say so, because there's this word centralization, and we've basically taught you that that is a bad word, and there's this word decentralization, and we basically taught you that this is a very good word, and you have no fucking clue what either words are about. It's just, we look very smart, and we want your money. Like, fuck off. Seriously. This is a rant video, and I'm doing a bad job at it. I'm failing, but it frustrates me, man. Bitcoin Talk Forum, it was a great place back in like 2010, 2011. When I joined in 2011, this was what it was about. This guy didn't care that he was going to lose 10,000 bitcoins. He just wanted some pizza, you know? He wanted to use the stuff. He wanted to play around with it. And all these subs, if we go back to this list of subs, go through them. Go through them. Tell me what's on them. Best of Crypto E-Trader, tell me what it's all about. It's speculation. It's 99.9% speculation. Where's the videos? Where's like people, like normal people, talking about how cool it is to use this stuff? This is almost 100% people talking about other people that are supposed to be using it, but they're not using it. You're talking about other people talking about stuff that might or not might be a good idea without having any clue. You know, like, best of crypto. Let's go to top here. I don't know. I've even been up. It's just all about money, really. It's a vehicle to get more money. Some people will lose money and some people will get more money. Crypto speculation. And then there are a couple of communities that are the real deal. You go to Dogecoin, if you remember their history. Look, they crowdfunded a Jamaican bobsled team. And I wasn't around in the Dogecoin community when that happened. I should have been, but I wasn't there. But that's pretty fucking awesome, if you ask me. That's what this stuff was meant for. To, like, do something different on the planet. And, you know, getting that cartoon on the car, man, that was awesome. Sure, you could have done it with PayPal, but, you know, this was different, okay? This was awesome, okay? This was really cool. And, you know, I was kind of not really active at that time, so I kind of never really went deep into the Dogecoin community. Monero was pretty legit, if you ask me, because there's a use case for it. Now, if you ask me, you should make the whole sub invisible. That would be funny. Yeah, you know, it's about keeping secrets. Yeah. And I haven't seen too many videos of people actually using it, but I know Monero is being used. I don't know too much about it, but it offers something that, like, Bitcoin Cash does not offer. And you have Ethereum, okay? Ethereum's use is pretty limited right now, but in the future it's going to be huge because they're doing, like, really advanced smart contracts. However, they're going to need a cryptocurrency to pave the road for them, because Ethereum by itself is not designed to be currency. Okay, it's designed to be a general purpose blockchain. So, you know, Dogecoin, Ethereum, Monero, and Bitcoin Cash, those are the legitimate projects. That's what the community is really behind. If you want adoption, if you want to actually use it as currency, it's those four. All the rest is pretty much bullshit. And there's not, if either one of them is going to become a global currency or none of them is going to become a global currency. It's not going to be two. You cannot have two world currencies. It won't be the currency of the world. It'll be 50-50. That's logic, if you ask me. Now, I'm not saying that all the users here are all about, hey, let's change the world tomorrow, but we're doing an effort. And we are doing an effort, and it's there's still a long way to go. Um, and it's not perfect, but we're trying. We have these initiatives, and we have these organizations, and we're building these communities all around the world. PCH meetups, and it's not only about speculation. It's not. We just want to use the stuff as currency. This is the price of Bitcoin Cash. I don't give a fuck about what it is at. I want it to be stable. Let it keep at $1,000 or $100 or $10 for like 10 years, relatively stable. So that it will become more usable as currency. You know, what else is there to say? What else is there to say? I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. Just don't get it. This is me using the technology. Yeah, I'm giving $1 away. Why wouldn't I give $1 away? If I'm walking on the street and there's somebody that is playing his instrument nicely, and there's a hat laying there, well, as long as the hat doesn't say no 2x on it, and I have $1 with me, I will throw $1 in that hat, because that's what people do. They support one each other, and money is just a freaking tool for that. It makes your life easier, so you don't have to be like, hey guy playing the guitar, I have a toaster here, can I give you this toaster for your music? That doesn't work very well, because the guy is going to be like, no, I don't like toasted toast. I like toast that is not toasted. So that doesn't make any sense whatsoever what I just said. But I'm sure that you understand me. Enough with the stupid wannabe crypto going to the moon. No, it's not supposed to go to the moon. You're supposed to use it. You're supposed to start download all the software and just play around with it. Send it to websites. Lose it. Have fun with it. That's what it's about. Show it to your grandmother. Be like, hey grandmother, if I really put in an effort to make this stuff change the world, then you know what, grandma, it might just change the world if I stop, sitting on my ass, saving up money, sending it to a cryptocurrency exchange, hope the price goes up. Oh no, price goes down. Now I lost a lot of money. I feel lied to by all these people. Well, yeah. It's not going to get any better. We are in bust cycle. We are going down with the prices. We might go up a little bit and then we go down. And we might go up a little bit and then we go down. But we're going down. We're going to go down for a little longer before we go up again. We were there in 2013 and the exact same thing is going to happen again. So, it's up to you guys. But I've made my decision, and call me a scammer as much as you want to. This is my sub. This is where I hang out. It's not perfect, but it's free, and as far as I know, there's a Dash is also working towards adoption. Well, buy stuff with it. I haven't personally used it, but I'm not against it. Why would I be? It really doesn't matter at this stage what cryptocurrency a store is going to support, or if your boss is like, hey, I want to pay you in a cryptocurrency, which one do you want? Well, find someone that works and use that. And if it's really expensive, then it's bullshit, because it wasn't supposed to be expensive, and it sure as hell wasn't designed to be expensive. If it's expensive to use, well, like, holy smokes. Have you ever seen a $10 bill that you can only use 10 times? Or maybe 40 times, and then its value is gone? Or some miner has it? Like, seriously. $10 bill. This is money. Most of it doesn't exist on paper, it exists on computers already. I have my money on a computer on a TD bank, and if I want to send it to a computer in Belgium, I have to pay TD $10 in transaction fees. And if the people that send the money, if they wire the money, if they make a mistake, then the bank in Belgium that is going to accept it, they can refuse it. I get my money back, but I lose my transaction fee. Now I can use PayPal. It's a little cheaper. It will still cost me $7. If I want to send my mom $10 internationally, it will cost me like $7 to get it from my bank account to PayPal, and then from PayPal to her bank account. Credit card can even be a little bit cheaper than that if there's like direct credit card where you can send money to a credit card number. I know that exists, but I don't have that. I don't know how to use that. I don't think it is as cheap as Bitcoin Cash and other cryptocurrency that are cheap. Some of them are bullshit. You'll start using them, they might stop working, you'll lose your money. Then you find the one that is not bullshit. And eventually you'll figure it out, which ones are bullshit and which one are not bullshit, just by using it. So, everybody in cryptocurrency, I think I've been ranting long enough now. I usually write stuff out. I'm not too good at these ranting videos. But if you guys are angry because, you feel like you're getting ripped off left and right, and your moons and your Lambos are getting farther and farther away from you, well, it's kind of, not really your own fault, but you guys are basically getting bamboozled left and right. I can't say it anymore. I can't say it easier. I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. You just have to start reading the white paper. Don't start reading the Monero white paper or the Dash white paper or the Ethereum white paper. That stuff is even more complicated. And it wasn't written as brilliantly as this was. I am a pretty big idiot. I know that. My mom does not have to tell me that. I know it. But I put in an effort, and it might have taken me like 5 or 6 years, but I kind of understand this, and so I cannot get bamboozled anymore. Because when people say something that I know is bullshit, I can just be like, hey, I know what you're saying is bullshit because I know what we're talking about, and what you're saying is bullshit. So if you don't have that, you're stuck believing what people tell you. This person made something that sounds good, so you're going to believe him for a while. Then this person says something that sounds good, so you're going to believe him for a while. You'll hear all these terms: centralization, decentralization, bigger blocks, smaller blocks, transaction fees, blah blah blah, blah blah, and you have no fucking clue what it is about. You have no fucking clue. This looks very complicated, but once you break it down, and you can use Google for that, once you break it down, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 things that you have to break down. 11 individual parts. You learn each part, you break that parts down until you understand the parts, and then you put them all together and you understand the mechanism, and you'll know what Bitcoin is and you'll know what Bitcoin is not. And everything came from Bitcoin. Bitcoin just meant a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. When this name was invented, there was nothing else. And for a while, we called digital currencies that worked with the Bitcoin mechanism, we called that Bitcoin, until Litecoin came and Namecoin came, and some of these were pretty genuine projects with people that meant well, but most of them were cash grabs, and you're falling for the cash grabs. And then in 10 years, when you'll start seeing cryptos turn into currency, and there's only going to be one that's going to pull that off because of the people that are required to pull it off. If they don't put in the work, it's not going to happen. And the people here are not putting in the work. They're only putting in the work to get your money, and then you won't hear from them again. So in 10 years, you guys all will have to start over because you've lost all your money. And you're probably going to be really sour. And when we, start building our economy, you're going to be like, fuck that shit. I don't never want anything to do with cryptocurrency because I felt like I got ripped off. And that's exactly why there is a website or a subreddit like cryptocurrency. That is exactly why Bitcoin is so big. Because, the powers that be, they are not stupid. They are not naive. They know that the mathematics are unbreakable, and the code already in 2013 was more than mature enough, and the network in around 2013, 2014 was already big enough that you need a couple $100 million if you wanted to attack it. And so they have attacked the people, and a lot of people have fallen for it. And now you guys are starting to get angry, and you feel bamboozled. And what percentage of people here are going to make money and what percentage are going to lose money? Because you don't need cryptocurrency to lose money or make money. You can just do that with stock or with, other currency like dollars and euros and yens. You can speculate with those just fine. You probably won't even get ripped off as much as with cryptocurrency. So really, what the fuck are you guys doing? Seriously.